Chapter 1.
Once there was a king named Ahasuerus who lived in Shushan, the capital of Persia.
He wasn't
wise.
He wasn't clever.
He wasn't handsome.
But he's rich.
And he had a beautiful wife named Vashti.
One day, he threw a party for a whole week.
And he invited his wife Vashti to dance before him.
Naked!
Guess what? She said no.
The king was not pleased.
He threw her out and went looking for a new queen.
Chapter 2.
The king decided to throw a Miss Shushan pageant so he could see all the girls in town.
It was a little more than a swimsuit competition, let's just say.
One particular Jewish girl named Esther, niece of a great guy named Mordecai, got into the final round.
And what do you know? She won the day.
Queen Esther? Who knew a nice Jewish girl from Shushan could get to be queen?
Oops, but that was the secret.
She couldn't tell the king that she was Jewish.
Oh, by the way, these two guys tried to kill the king.
Uncle Mordecai overheard and told Esther and told the king.
He wasn't wise or clever, but he was lucky. Chapter 3!
And then one day the king appointed a guy named Haman to be his chief advisor.
Remember, we said he wasn't too clever.
Haman was a little full of his own power and required people to bow down to him.
Mordecai thought this was ridiculous, not to mention against his religious beliefs.
When Haman heard Mordecai wasn't bowing, he vowed revenge.
That kind of guy.
Haman told the king that there were all these folks who wouldn't follow the rules.
The king gave him permission to destroy them!
Remember, we said this king wasn't so clever.
So Haman set a date for the execution of all the Jews in the land.
This is where it gets a little hairy. Chapter 4.
Mordecai told Esther that she had to do something.
Didn't you ask me not to tell the king I'm Jewish?
Change of plans. Time for the big review.
Just FYI, it's not a good idea to go to the king without a friendship request.
Your account gets deactivated, if you know what I mean.
Chapter 5.
Esther gave it a go. She went before the king.
She dressed up too.
She invited the king and his henchman, Haman, to a feast.
Seems innocuous enough.
Chapter 6.
The stuff in chapter 6 is not totally relevant to the story, so we'll skip it. After all, we said 5 minutes.
Chapter 7.
Esther invited the king and his evil compadre for another feast.
Things were going well. The king was happy.
And remember, he's very rich.
So he offered Esther a present, anything.
My life, she cried, ever the melodramatic sort.
She told the king that Haman was trying to kill her.
The king didn't seem to care that she was Jewish.
He was more perturbed that this dude wanted to off his wife.
Off his head.
Haman's end.
Chapters 8, 9, and 10.
The king made it up to the Jews.
He wasn't so clever, but he knew where his bread was buttered.
Haman and his sons were toast.
Mordecai and Esther were heroes.
And they all lived happily ever after.